Now, according to a New York Times poll, most voters believe the Democrat Party does not share their priorities, like the economy and immigration. GOP pollster Mitchell Brown is with us this morning. Have Democrats not figured out why they lost in November?
Hey, Stu. No, they clearly haven't. I don't want people to go watch it. I've already watched it for them, but some of the clips from the DNC vote on Saturday are out, and their platform clearly has not changed, and their leadership coming in has not picked up on these signs. We had a bunch of people go on stage yelling at the crowd members to be silent because a black woman is speaking. She is showcasing her power. They did not talk about economic policy. They talked about, as you showed that clip before, what gender or non-gender they need on the board here. So no, they haven't learned any lessons. They haven't learned a messaging plan. They also don't have a single policy that they could go out and actually give to the voters.
Is there an acknowledged leader of the Democrat Party? I mean, is it Charles Schumer, Senator Schumer? Who is it?
No, there clearly isn't. They all, Schumer, Pelosi, and Jeffries, endorsed a candidate that lost at the vote for the DNC leadership. David Hogg might be the new policy leader for the Democrat Party. We don't know.
He's the first millennial, isn't he, to in that position? Something like that.
Yes, he is. Okay. So it's interesting. We'll see what he wants to do for America.
Okay. A separate Quinnipiac national poll shows more people approve of Trump's performance at the start of his second term than at the start of his first term. Significant improvement. Why is there some more optimism this time around?
Yeah, it's promises kept, promises delivered. In the Trump admin 1, it was kind of spur of the moment. We didn't have these policies in place. We had a talk about what we wanted to do, but Trump's been adamant from the day one of this campaign, the things that we are going to do, what we are going to overhaul, what we are going to do to the corrupt system in D.C. And people are seeing that. What's going on with U.S. aid currently, what's going on at the border, ICE cracking down. This is what people wanted to see. This is what people voted for. This is the mandate. And now the job is pushed to the Senate for this week to make sure they confirm this mandate. The 3 people that are left to confirm this week are what the will of the people asked for. So it's, again, the job on the GOP senators to go out and confirm these nominees. Trump has the rest of the game plan ready to go. And people often give you more leeway when you are straightforward and tell people what you want to do and how you're going to fix something. They're going to allow you to go and try and do it.
Mitch Brown, thanks for joining us this morning. Always appreciated. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks, Dale.